When we think of ancient civilizations, Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Indus Valley often come to mind. But deep in the southern tip of India lies a land with roots stretching even further into the mists of time. New discoveries in archaeology, genetics, and linguistics are rewriting the history of South India. And the story is more fascinating than most people imagine. Before the pyramids rose from the sands of Egypt, before the first brick was laid in Mesopotamia, there was a land, warm and green, washed by ancient seas. A land where humans walked when the rest of the world was still untamed. Welcome back. Today we begin a journey to a land that has never slept through the ages. A land where mountains remember the birth of continents, where rivers have whispered the same songs for 1,000 generations, and where the footsteps of the first humans still echo in the soil. This is South India, and its story begins before history itself. Story written in stone in DNA and in the memory of its people. South India rests on one of the oldest, most stable pieces of Earth's crust, the Deccan Plateau. While continents shifted and Himalayas rose, this land stood firm. Scientists call it a geological time capsule, a place that has been home to life for hundreds of millions of years. This stability is why South India became a living archive of human history. Imagine Gondwana 120 million years ago. Where you stand today might have been next to a glacier in Antarctica. Then the land began to drift, slow as fingernail growth, carrying forests and rivers toward Asia. The oldest evidence of humans in South India comes from a quiet village called Attirampakkam. Here, archaeologists found stone tools from nearly 400,000 years ago. Picture a riverbank 385,000 years ago. A small group, perhaps early Homo sapiens, kneels by the water. One shapes a sharp flake from quartzite to skin an animal. Nearby, a child picks up a tool, mimicking the movement. That child's descendants may still live here today. Around 65,000 years ago, modern humans arrived from Africa via the southern dispersal route. Mitochondrial DNA, haplogroups M and R, found in South Indians today, are among the oldest outside Africa, proving a direct line from those first migrants. The hunters became farmers, and the forests gave way to fields. By 3000 BCE, people here grew millet, pulses, and later rice, storing surplus grain in clay jars. They built with stone, not for houses, but for the dead. In Attirampakkam, Karnataka, you can still walk among thousands of megalithic tombs. Step inside one, and you're in the same space where someone mourned their kin 3,000 years ago. The air feels heavy, as if the ancestors are still watching. These megalithic cultures worked iron, traded beads, and spoke early forms of Dravidian languages. The words for mother and water in modern Tamil and Kannada echo sounds spoken thousands of years ago. While much of the world still lived in isolation, the shores of South India were buzzing with ships, merchants, and storytellers. 2,000 years ago, the Tamil coast was a superhighway of the ancient world. Ships from Rome, Arabia, and Southeast Asia docked in ports like Muziris, carrying spices, gems, and stories. In 1983, a farmer in Kerala dug up a handful of strange coins in his field. They were Roman, over 1,800 years old. Imagine the journey, minted in Rome, carried across the Mediterranean, through the Red Sea, across the Arabian Sea, to pay for a sack of South Indian pepper. Peppercorns from Kerala were found in the nostrils of Pharaoh mummy, proof that South Indian exports traveled to Egypt 3,000 years ago. Between 500 BCE and 300 CE, South India entered its golden age, the Sangam era. Kings ruled, poets sang, and the Tamil language flourished in verses so vivid they still echo today. One Sangam poem tells of a fisherman's wife watching her husband's boat vanish over the horizon. She wonders if he will return before the storm breaks. Written 2,000 years ago, her longing feels modern, human. In the courts of the Chola kings, poets recited verses to the beat of drums. Their words described battles, banquets, and the beauty of monsoon rain on red soil. These poems also record great floods, perhaps oral memories of real post-ice age sea level rise. Legends speak of land swallowed by the sea. Modern science confirms that between 20,000 and 7,000 years ago, sea levels rose more than 120 meters, drowning vast coastal plains. Off the coast of Pumpuha, divers have found submerged stone structures. Were they temples? Homes? No one knows, but the sea holds secrets still waiting to be told. This merging of myth and geology shows that cultural memory can outlast even the land itself. From the first stone tools to the digital age, South India has been a stage where human history never stopped. It is one of the world's oldest living cultures, not a lost civilization, but one that has carried its past into the present. The rest of the world searches for lost cities in the sand and in ruins. But here in the South, the ancient world is not lost. It is alive in its people, its language, and its timeless spirit. If this journey inspired you, give this video a like and subscribe. It tells us to keep making more stories like this. The ancient world is not always hidden in ruins. Sometimes it's alive in the voices, the soil, and the heartbeat of a land. South India is one such place, carrying its past into the future. Thank you for watching, and until our next journey, stay curious.